Before humans learned to write history, before names were given to lands and oceans, before the first civilization carved stone into shelter, the earth was already alive. It moved, it breathed, and it changed.
These tourists in the Andes risked their lives trying to use this shortcut, but luckily, they had time to react to the incoming flow of rocks. This landslide happened in the city of Bandipur, Nepal.
Mountains rose from the ground, oceans shifted their paths,
And from the ground,
and the
it
sky
looked even more
followed
terrifying.
laws far older than humanity itself.
Hail is a motorist's worst enemy. Each hailstone is a hit not only to the car, but also to the owner's wallet.
Nature did not wait for permission. It simply existed.
Winter tires.
For most of human history, people lived in fear and respect of the natural world.
Even from this angle, this video gives us chills. We can't imagine what the people on the boats experienced.
We better get out of here.
Storms were seen as warnings.
Fog caused a pileup on a bridge involving over 40 cars. 6 accidents in total. The cars were a mess, but luckily, no one got seriously hurt.
Earthquakes as messages, volcanoes as signs of unseen power beneath the land. Survival depended on understanding nature's rhythms. But as centuries passed, fear slowly turned into confidence, and confidence into arrogance.
Check out. Sometimes nature's fury is a response to human actions. That's what happened in Myanmar in 2024. The water reservoir at the top was used for water storage from jade mining, but an accident caused it to rupture, and the contents cascaded down the mountain, causing a terrible flood.
Humans began to believe they were no longer guests on this planet, but its masters.
Not many people understand the destructive power of water like sailors do. Just look at what they have to deal with during storms. In Italy was due to human error, but no. A strong current ripped the 2 boats away and carried them towards the bridge.
Cities expanded, forests fell, rivers were redirected, and mountains
They made a run
were
for
drilled
it.
open.
Probably the best decision of their lives. Just seconds later, 350 cubic meters of rock came crashing down.
Concrete replaced soil, steel replaced trees. The belief grew that technology could protect us from anything. That belief was comforting, but it was never true.
Having a house by a river sounds great, as long as it doesn't turn into a house in a river.
That's crazy how much stuff is just built up right there. Oh my.
This lava flow might not be moving fast, but it's destroying everything in its path. Back in 2018, this eruption in Hawaii had residents watching in horror as the lava crept closer to their homes. In 2011, the people of Genoa, Italy, experienced the wrath of the Mediterranean Sea. Due to the non-stop rain, most of the city was flooded. The total damage was estimated to be over $1 billion.
Guarda qua, ma come fanno a passare quelli lì?
In 2023, heavy rains in India caused rivers to overflow. Unfortunately, nature didn't hold back, and many houses paid the price.
Beneath our feet, the Earth never stopped moving. Massive tectonic plates continued their slow, unstoppable journey. Pressure built silently, invisibly, year after year. No alarms sounded, no warnings were heard. And then, in moments measured in seconds, the planet released centuries of tension.
The weather had a surprise in store for the French Riviera just before the 63rd Cannes Film Festival.
In this case,
here's another example of what nature can do to a car. The freezing winds in Detroit caused water pipes to burst, and the cars left on the street ended up frozen solid.
She's thankful for this.
In Dearborn Heights today, this team from the city digging, salting, cold weather crew, showing off its teamwork that is making the dream work for Cheryl Fritz. That crew was pushing water and ice off the street. It is so cold, covering the cars instantly, as Cheryl tried to get out there to move them. Make no mistake, no defroster, no ice scraper was going to help free these vehicles from this ice. Dearborn Heights.
This is freaking cool, dude. Wow, this is actually dope.
The ground shook, buildings swayed, entire cities collapsed. What humans called disaster was simply the earth restoring balance.
A calm day suddenly turned into chaos within seconds. The ground began to shake violently. Buildings swayed, and terrified, people rushed outside as a powerful earthquake struck the city of Atacama.
Cuidado ahí.
Oh, what's going on the stacks? Dozens of containers collapse and fall into the water at the port of Long Beach, California. The heavy stacks collapsed during unloading, sending more than 70 containers overboard. Thankfully, no one was hurt.
The oceans, vast and calm on the surface, hide forces beyond imagination.
This tsunami that hit California was caused by an earthquake off the coast of Japan. The water level rose by almost a meter. Even though the tsunami had weakened by the time it reached this port, it still caused $26 million in damage.
That's gonna come whacking right back up here if it gets under.
The sound of this landslide is so intense that it reminds me of a raging river.
When the sea floor shifts, the water above it obeys without question. Waves form far from land, traveling silently across entire oceans. At first they are harmless, unnoticed, but as they approach shore, they rise, and when they strike, they erase everything in their path.
Ordinary day on the water took a shocking turn, as a 90-meter super yacht slammed into another vessel in Turkey, leaving both yachts damaged. But luckily, no one was hurt. sudden rock slide crashes down onto a road in Turkey. Workers and drivers rush for safety as rocks and dust cover the road within seconds.
Shoot that. Zoom in on that.
This violent tornado ripped through Minden, Iowa, turning a peaceful town into chaos within seconds.
Jordan, let's go, man, please! Please, Jordan, let's go, man! We're moving. Now! Now! Oh, Jordan! Jordan, right! Moving left to right! Let's just go, Jordan, please, man! Jordan, let's just...
It's a stampede. It is a fair dinkum stampede. Better not stand on my golf ball.
Tsunamis do not hunt, they follow physics. They are consequences, not choices.
The only thing worse than a flood is a flood in winter. The water not only filled the houses, but also covered everything with ice. That's exactly what happened in Boston in 2018. Some locals found their cars turned into ice sculptures.
This guy's gonna get stuck. What are you doing?
This terrifying nighttime flood happened in Scotland. Sometimes it's best to admire the sea from a safe distance. It's probably better if customers don't know their cars were shipped by sea.
Deep within the planet, heat builds endlessly. Molten rock presses against the crust, searching for release. Volcanoes are not sudden acts of destruction. They are pressure valves. When they erupt, the Earth releases what it can no longer contain.
Check out this insane footage from the 2011 eruption of Shimodake volcano. It was filmed 9 kilometers away from the crater, but even from that distance, the ash cloud was enormous. It was so bad that it forced railway lines to close and several flights to be canceled.
Deci este absolut incredibil. Este un nor imens.
These windows were shattered by a massive hailstorm that hit Denver in 2017. In this crazy video, nature decided to mess with some tourists. While they were climbing the Kizilmen volcano in Russia, a powerful rockfall started.
Аккуратнее! Еще один идет! Еще идет, аккуратней!
You left me with a freaking out child. Get your ass back.
You have another
No.
The last tornado I saw was on your farm.
I know. This is awesome.
Yeah.
know I've got the camera on it.
Oh my god, it's a fucking photo right in front of us. I know.
If it starts getting too close, though, we can back off.
Yeah, well,
These images were filmed in Brisbane, Australia in 2014. It almost looked like nature wanted to wipe this city off the face of the earth.
Fire pours from the ground, ash darkens the sky, entire regions are buried in moments. Yet from this destruction, new land is formed, soil becomes fertile, life eventually returns. Nature destroys, but it also renews.
Watch out! Watch out!
Above the surface, the atmosphere remains in constant motion. Warm air rises, cold air rushes in, and energy moves endlessly across the planet. When oceans heat up, storms grow stronger, winds accelerate, clouds thicken. Hurricanes form not from anger, but from imbalance. Floods follow when the land can no longer absorb what falls from the sky. Rivers overflow, cities sink. The sky follows rules humans cannot negotiate with.
This video feels straight out of a disaster movie. It shows a massive storm sweeping across Tennessee. According to the person who filmed it, their car was completely destroyed by the end of the trip. Wind speeds reached an incredible 240 kilometers per hour. In September 2022, Hurricane Ian tore through southern Florida with winds of 240 kilometers per hour. The people in this video aren't just bystanders. They're storm chasers and meteorologists who wanted to experience the raw power of nature firsthand.
For thousands of years, nature adapted to human presence. Forests slowed floods, wetlands absorbed storms, ice reflected heat back into space. These systems protected life quietly and efficiently. But as human activity increased, those natural defenses weakened. Forests were cleared, wetlands were drained, ice melted. The planet did not become more violent. Humanity simply removed its own shield.
In Thailand, a speedboat ride turned into a nightmare for tourists when a storm rolled in. At times, it felt like they were almost lifted off the boat. The waves reached 3 meters that day.
History records these moments again and again. Cities buried under ash, frozen in time. Civilizations wiped away by floods. Empires shaken apart by earthquakes. Each disaster carries the same lesson, written in different languages across different centuries.
Dear God.
In May 2012, the Japanese city of Tsukuba was hit by a devastating tornado. Hundreds of houses were damaged or destroyed. Wind speeds reached up to 117 meters per second. Despite early warnings from local authorities, the damage was extensive.
No matter how advanced a society becomes, it remains vulnerable to the forces that created the world itself. Nature does not hate humanity. It does not plot destruction or seek revenge. It reacts, it corrects, it balances. When pressure builds, it releases. When systems overload, they reset.
In July 2013, heavy rains triggered a massive landslide in Colorado Springs. The mud flows stranded dozens of drivers on the road. Some had the bad luck of being directly in the path of nature's destructive force.
The Earth does not recognize nations, ideologies, or power. It recognizes only cause and effect.
An ox tried to cross a flooded river, but the current was too strong, even for such a large animal. It wasn't found until a week later, but again... Powerful tremors hit the Philippines airport, startling everyone inside. The magnitude 6 earthquake cost about 30 million Philippine pesos in damage. The tremor started right as the family was having dinner. One of the kids worried it might be a long time before he'd eat again, so he got ready for that possibility.
For the future will bring more storms, more fires, more floods, and more earthquakes. That is not a threat, it is a certainty.
Otra vez 19 de septiembre.
Como pueden observar, nuestro equipo periodístico ha llegado hasta este mismo lugar de los hechos. Prácticamente la carretera está totalmente destrozada, como pueden apreciar, y aquí es la parte neutral de este deslizamiento. Vamos a seguir.
Ahí está. Capta.
Ahí está la máquina del cargador.
On April 15, 2016, the town of Dolores in Uruguay was struck by a powerful tornado, the second most destructive in the country's history. Winds of up to 322 kilometers per hour tore through the city, causing damage estimated at $35 million.
The planet will continue its cycles long after cities fall and names are forgotten. The real question is not whether disasters will happen again. The question is whether humanity will finally listen.
In 2011, Japan was struck by the strongest earthquake ever recorded in the country. The sea level rose by 6 to 8 meters. Waves surged onto the coast, flooding entire cities. It became the costliest
Adapt and remember that it is not above nature, but a part of it. Mother Nature has always been powerful. She has always been patient. And when balance is broken, she does not shout. She speaks through the ground, the sea, the fire, and the sky.
Down, probably go halfway up, all the way down here.
The warning has always been there. Whether we choose to hear it is up to us.
Сейчас, папа, дерево, дерево!